Hello and welcome once again to Richmond football right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Tonight, the Red Devils will play their final regular season game on the road against the Anderson Indians. Welcome to the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. It's a wet and cold and even a windy night now here in Anderson for this final road contest of the regular season. The Red Devils enter this one here tonight at 2-5 overall, 1-4 in the North Central Conference. They've lost their last three. Meanwhile, Anderson enters tonight's contest at 1-6, 1-4 in the NCC. They've lost their last four games. And last week, the Red Devils beaten badly by Lafayette Jeff 54-12, hoping to rebound here tonight. And one of the key to tonight will be getting some injured players back in the lineup. We'll find out about game time, whether we'll see some of those key players returning. Meanwhile, Anderson losing to Indianapolis Tech, that final 47-7 last week. The Red Devils own a 28-8 series over the last 36 meetings, but last year it was Anderson beating Richmond 27-26. We'll have more on that game coming up in a few moments on our scouting report about the Anderson Indians. When we do return, as we get set for this second game, in fact, the second to the last regular season game, the tournament draw coming up again on Sunday. That'll be from 5 until 7. We're going to hear from head coach Tony Sonsini. He'll talk about last week's game against Lafayette Jeff. He'll talk about Anderson and the health of this football team. We'll scout the Indians coming up. We'll take a look at the NCC and the Tri-Eastern Conference, including a big matchup tonight as Northeastern plays at Knightstown. And we'll take a look at the Wake 8 AP polls and the keys to tonight's game as we are now winding things down here in high school football for the 2019 high school football season. But weather could be a factor in this one here tonight. We will come back. Head coach Tony Sonsini is coming up next. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance knows you're good at fitting one more dish in an already full dishwasher. We're good at your insurance.
Dad?
You're good at pretending to be asleep.
Dad?
We're good at your insurance.
Dad?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Are you tired of your current IT company prices going up every month? Do you get only 4 or 5 hours included in your contract before you're charged overages or per hour fees? Midwest IT Support has set pricing that allows you to budget for your business with no contracts or overages. It's all included. You get a full IT staff without hiring a full-time person. Call us for a free quote. We make IT easy. Call 765-239-9668 or email us at helpdesk@midwestitsupport.com.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond, Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Richmond Community Schools offers rich and diverse learning opportunities in all of our outstanding schools. We offer more educational choices to students than any other school district in our area. Learning today, leading tomorrow.
I'm not worried about being ready for the world.
I just need the world to be ready for me.
We are the best choice. Enroll now.
We're back once again here in Anderson as we're about 13 minutes away from the kickoff. The wind has certainly picked up a little bit more. We're expected to perhaps see some of this rain get out of here within the next 30 minutes, but then it is going to get a little bit chillier. In fact, we have noticeably saw the temperature drop here over the last couple of hours since we've been here in Anderson getting set for tonight's matchup. Reminder, tonight's game is brought to you in part by the Excel Center. It's a tuition-free public charter high school for adults. The Excel Center provides adults the opportunity to earn a Core 40 high school diploma, industry-recognized certifications, and college credit, all at no cost. The Excel Center is operated by Goodwill Education Initiatives, a nonprofit created by Goodwill of Central and Southern Indiana. And don't forget, free childcare is provided. For more information, make sure you contact the Excel Center in Richmond. All right, the Red Devils and the Indians. Let's go ahead and take a look at this Indians football team coming into this one here tonight. Again, they come in with a 1-6 record. That lone win coming against Muncie Central. They won that one by a final of 22-16. Since then, they've been shut out by Marion 48-0, Harrison 42-0. They lose on the road at Lafayette Jeff 69-13, and they travel to Indianapolis Tech. They lost that contest 47-7. The last time these two teams got together, it was Anderson winning at 27-26. Xander Stokes had a pretty good ball game, 18 of 29 passing, 222 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also carried the football 10 times for 43 yards. But that is a different team than what we're going to see here tonight. This is a football team that really likes to run the football. They don't like to throw the football as they did a year ago. They've only had 3 winning seasons in their last 30 years, and their last winning football campaign came back in 2011, in which they went 6-4. Ron Qualls is their head coach in his second year here at Anderson. He is 4-14 during his career. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings and what happened last week in the North Central Conference. Harrison beat McCutcheon 42-14. It was Tech over Anderson 47-7. Kokomo beat Logansport 34-20. Jeff over Richmond 54-12. And Marion beat Muncie Central, that final 48-6. Other games tonight in the North Central Conference: Kokomo's at Harrison, Logansport is at Lafayette Jeff, Marion is at Tech, McCutcheon at Muncie Central, and again here Richmond and Anderson. Quick check of the NCC standings: Lafayette Jeff and Marion, both teams at 5-0. Harrison and Tech are both at 4-1. McCutcheon at 3-2. Kokomo at 2-3. Both Richmond and Anderson at 1-4 on the year. Logansport and Muncie Central both at 0-5. And let's take a look at the Tri-Eastern Conference tonight. The big matchup is Northeastern at Knightstown. Both those teams at 5-1 in the Tri-Eastern Conference as the two teams try to win a conference championship coming up this season. Also, Winchester's at 5-1, Northeastern and Knightstown again both at 5-1. Lincoln is at Winchester tonight. Tri is at Hagerstown. Union City is at Centerville, and Union County is at Monroe Central. We mentioned the Knights, Northeastern and Winchester all at 5-1. Centerville is at 4-2. Those are the only 4 teams that have a chance to get a share or a piece of that conference championship in the TEC. Tri is 2-4. Hagerstown 2-4. Union City is at 2-4. Lincoln, after a win last week, is 2-5. Union County coming in at 1-6 on the season. When we come back in just a moment, we'll check out the top 5 in the AP polls of each of the 6 classes. That's coming up next. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com. The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Uh-huh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Indiana who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, we're back in Anderson, as we mentioned, a very cool evening now. In fact, I think when we got here, as you'll hear the door slam quite a bit, we were at about 70 when we got here. It's probably dropped down into the 50s, and the wind continues to blow out of the west. And we're hoping maybe by now we're done with the rain that had pummeled us there for a little while, and that'll be the good news. Now, the wind is still going to be a factor in this one here tonight. Before we get to the AP poll this past week, as we're now heading toward week number 8 of the high school football season, reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, just $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. And Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Not a whole lot of changes in the polls this week. Avon number 1 in 6A, followed by Lafayette, Jeff, Homestead, Warren Central, and Brownsburg. In 5A, New Pal remains number 1, followed by Valparaiso, Cathedral, Dwenger, and Franklin. In 4A, New Prairie is number 1, then East Central, East Noble, Marion at number 4, and Plymouth is ranked 5th. In 3A, West Lafayette, your top team, followed by Chittard, Heritage Hills, Mishawaka Marion, and Brownstown Central. In 2A, it's Western Boone, the top team, then Pioneer, Lewis Cass, Evansville, Mater Dei, and Heritage Christian. And finally, in Single A, Indianapolis Lutheran is number 1, followed by South Adams, Southwood, Adams Central, and North Vermilion. We will come back, talk about keys to this one here tonight. It's the Red Devils and the Indians coming up in just a couple of moments. This has been the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was almost too easy. How about Tony's Car Sales in Richmond? Hi, this is Troy Narangowski. You know, I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's, and I couldn't have been happier with their service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked me through the entire process. Hey, if you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West. For more information, give them a call at 962-5665 or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back here in Anderson, next week we'll be home against the Kokomo Wildcats, final game of the regular season. A reminder again, the tournament draw is coming up on Sunday night from 5 until 7. Let's talk about the keys to this one here tonight. A lot of it has to do if the Red Devils have a full, healthy squad. Now, Jake Haynes went to the doctor again yesterday to examine that shoulder. Word has it is a game-time situation, whether he'll play tonight, still averaging 11.8 tackles per game. DeMarco Owens looks like he will play tonight. He may not be 100%, but DeMarco's back in the lineup, not only what he can provide offensively, but what he can do on defense as well, averaging 6.8 tackles per game. To have those two guys back as linebackers will be a huge key if they do play tonight. So they've got to be healthy here this evening and then, of course, be healthy the rest of the way. It must give Drew Van Vliet time to throw here tonight because it's going to be more difficult with the wind blowing out of the west. Throwing the football is not going to be easy. So then that's going to make it a little bit more pressure on Wyatt Bird. And Bird has not been healthy all year as well, and Wyatt averaging just 4.3 yards per carry coming into tonight's contest, mainly because he has not been healthy this entire season. So you're going to have to find a way to make sure that Wyatt can get the yards here tonight. Now, if it's not Wyatt, Aquavian Allen has been able to fill in that role as the running back. They'll need him to come up, and if they can use DeMarco Owens as the running back as well. Don't take Anderson for granted. I know they're struggling right now, and over the last 3 weeks, they have really, like the Red Devils, saw the toughest part of their schedule, and they did not come out of that very well. But they've got some guys who can play. M.J. Armstrong, their starting quarterback, 5'10", 180, and a junior. He's a young man that can run and throw the football. Look for Trey Jordan, their running back, wearing number 11, 5'9", 175, and a junior. And then, of course, their wide receiver in Malachi Qualls, the son of the head coach, 6', 180, and a senior. And he'll be another one to watch here tonight. They're going to spread it out. They don't like to throw the football, but they have 4 very good receivers. Willie Dennison, a guy we saw last year, he'll be a factor here tonight as well. So watch for number 22 in their lineup. Now, of course, they've got a very good defense when they have Jack Gray in there, their linebacker wearing number 51. He had a 20-plus tackle game last year against the Red Devils in that Anderson win. And there have been times the Red Devils have come here with a good football team and they've been beaten on this field, though they do have turf now, not just the natural grass, so it should be a little bit easier to run the football tonight than it would have been with the natural grass they've had here before. But again, watch for Jack Gray, one of their top defensive players. If he has a good night and helps them stop the run, the Red Devils will certainly have to do much better in the passing department on a night that is, by the way, still raining a little bit and could be on and off for the next several minutes. And one other thing that I think the Red Devils need to do tonight, if they can, get Marquise Johnson into the end zone. He has not scored a touchdown since that opening game against Connersville, in which he scored 3. He averages nearly 16 yards per reception. Need to get the ball into his hands. The Red Devils have not had much of an offense over the last couple of weeks. So far this year now, going over the last 3 games, they've seen that number go down. Only 172 yards total offense per game, 80 through the air and 91 on the ground. So one other factor could be tonight is Gage Peterbaugh, who does lead the NCC in punting. If he can kind of make the field shift a little bit here tonight in field position. He's averaging nearly 37 yards per punt, but again, with the wind blowing the way it is tonight, it could be interesting to see what will come of that. We will come back. The kickoff is coming up. We're in Anderson. It is raining. It is windy. And it has turned cold. Just the right night for football as we get close to the end of the high school football season. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Richmond Football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
New Vision Sports is a program that will focus on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete. It includes all ages and skill levels. They'll create a customized workout plan to provide an ongoing motivation and support program that'll help you achieve your training goals. There are 3 reasons to train with New Vision Sports: variety, specificity, and accountability. New Vision Sports. Give them a call at 977-5831 or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Now the Red Devils will get the football to open this one up here tonight. The Anderson Indians in their red uniforms here this evening. The Red Devils in their all whites. And for the Red Devils, the 2 players that will be deep, one of those is going to be Marquise Johnson wearing number 6. And the other player deep for the Red Devils on this kick return will be John Carter. We at times had seen Wyatt Bird back there, but they're going to save him for this one here tonight, and running the football as much as they can. They'll need him to be fresh throughout the entire season. By the way, we're all inside here tonight because it is just a little bit too nasty outside here this evening. The Red Devils' final road game of the regular season here tonight. The kick is a short kick and underneath the legs of Carter and all the way back into the end zone. Then he fumbles it and brings it out, and he's going to get stopped inside the 5-yard line. So an early mistake on special teams by the Red Devils, and they're going to start deep in their own territory. We're going to put it at about the 4 or 3-yard line here in their opening drive. We'll put it at the 4. It's not exactly the way you'd hope to script that one. In between the legs of Carter and all the way inside, and by the time he picked it up, he had stepped in the end zone. He had no choice but then to take the football out. So now the Red Devils on senior night here for the Anderson Indians, their first offensive possession. Van Vliet at quarterback out of the shotgun. Wyatt Bird the setback, and Bird gets the call across the 10, fumbles it at the 15. It is still loose, and the Indians have it. at the 21-yard line, and Richmond turns the ball over on their first possession here tonight. Wow. So now the Red Devils. Player is down for the Anderson Indians right there at about the 14-yard line, but Richmond fumbles the football on their first possession. By the way, Wyatt Bird did not play in the game last year. We'll put it at the 22-yard line. So it was an 18-yard gain, but now the Anderson Indians will have it in good field position here. I mentioned the Indians will spread it out, but they want to run the football if they can, and here's the guy who's going to do a lot of the carrying the football, and that is M.J. Armstrong, but nowhere to go. Might get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this would be in, 2 weeks in a row the Red Devils had a chance to have the football first against Lafayette Jeff, and they ended up botching that one on their first possession, and so essentially you give up a possession in the first half thinking that maybe you get that ball and drive it down the field. That'll be a -1 on the carry, and the Indians still have a man down. So both teams, well, this is going to be Richmond, not Anderson, so the Red Devils have a player down right here, and we're going to try to pick up who this may be. And the Red Devils just can't afford to have any injuries whatsoever. We will wait and see. Looks like that may be DeMarco Owens, and if it is, boy, he has been banged up already, and we just mentioned DeMarco is probably about 85%, and he comes out of the lineup already, a little banged up on that right leg, it appears, and he's going to head to the sidelines under his own power. But that's one thing you don't want to have happen is the Red Devils lose DeMarco Owens, and now we will see the team's leading tackler come in, and it's good to see Jake Haynes in there. But Haynes still battling with that shoulder, but you're averaging nearly 12 tackles per game. It's great to have him back in. The Indians will go 3 wide, single coverage to the far side. You see the hash mark to the near side. M.J. Armstrong at quarterback. He will keep it himself, bouncing to the outside 20, 15, and driven out of bounds. See, that's going to be close to a first down. That'll be a gain of 11 yards, and that'll put it now at third down, or is it going to be a first down? It will be a first down. So the Indians now will have it at the 12-yard line. And we already talked about M.J. Armstrong, 5'10", 180-pound junior. Red Devils will have to play assignment football defensively tonight. We'll talk about that offensive line. They got some guys up front that are very big. Handoff, nowhere to go, as Trey Jordan is going to lose some yards big time. I'm going to put it back to about the 16-yard line. So now the Indians will be faced with a second down and about 14. Put the football at the 16-yard line. It'll be a -5 on the carry. 10:22 to go now here in this opening quarter after the Red Devils fumble the football on their first possession. Armstrong and Jordan in the backfield out of the shotgun. Trips to the left. Armstrong rolls. Left-hand throw, has a man ball caught in. Do you get into the end zone? Yes. Touchdown, Indians. Willie Dennison. It's Willie Dennison, and the Indians will get on the board first, leading this one 6-0. Red Devils have another player go down. Let's see who this is. This may be Aquavian Allen, and Allen making his way to the sideline. He falls down again, so Richmond has already had 2 players getting injured here in the first quarter. And I believe that is Allen. He started to make his way off the field, and once he got to about the 20-yard line, or at least where the 20-yard line marker is, he went down like a ton of bricks. 10:03 to go here in the opening quarter. And for Richmond, it could not have been worse, at least to this point. We will take a quick timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils down 6-0.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Quavian Allen, the latest Red Devil to go down with a little bit of a injury, but I say a little bit, we're not sure exactly what that would be, as he was headed off the field, and then when he got close to the sidelines, he just basically collapsed, and so now the Indians will try to add the extra point as that football is on the way, and it is no good, so the extra point is missed. And the Red Devils continue to trail this one now 6-0 after the opening turnover here tonight. Want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. So a tough start for the Red Devils here tonight. The turnover leading to the first 6 points for the Anderson Indians, and they will tee it up again at the 40-yard line. Malachi Qualls will do the kicking now for the Indians. Red Devils will have Carter deep. Are they going to put Wyatt Bird back there along with Johnson? So Carter is out after one kick return. It went between his legs and put the Red Devils in a rather ominous position as the ball comes off the tee. Mentioned that wind is really playing havoc here tonight, blowing out of the west, and it continues to blow here this evening. Qualls will put this one high in the air, and it will be Wyatt from the 10. At the 15, the 20, 25, 30, brought down at about the 32, so the Red Devils will have excellent field position with their second possession here tonight. Next week, we're back home against Kokomo. The Red Devils play their final home game, perhaps, depending on what happens in the draw coming up. We're going to put it officially at the 34-yard line. So 9:57 remaining here in the first period. Out of the shotgun, here's Wyatt. Wyatt breaks a tackle to the 40 and brought down near the 41. Good gain by Wyatt. That'll be about 3 yards shy of a first down, so Richmond getting about 7 yards on that carry by Wyatt Bird. We mentioned he did not play when these two teams met last year. Up front for the Indians, Curtis Lewis, Malachi Qualls. I'm going to take that back. It'll be Israel Dates, Mike Cartwright, Jeffrey Wright, and Chris Derrick, and we may have our first penalty flag, much different than what we saw last week. We saw a bevy of penalties in the first half when Richmond played Lafayette Jeff. So that'll go against the Indians, and that'll back them up 5 yards, and that'll give the Red Devils an automatic first down. And we'll put the football at the 46-yard line. Linebackers are Gray, JoJo Jones, and Marquise Cullum. T.K. Blair is also on the inside for the Indians defensively. Richmond to throw. They'll put it in the air, and Marquise off his fingertips and falls incomplete. He had the one-on-one coverage down the right sideline against Curtis Lewis, but just off his hands and incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10 for the Red Devils. We'd mentioned in the pregame that one player that you really want to see get involved in the offense a little bit more would be Marquise Johnson, the speedster at 5'10", 175 pounds. Red Devils 3 wide, 2 to the near side. Single coverage to the right as well. Here's Wyatt on the carry. Following his blockers, one of those Sam Gamboa. And Wyatt will get close to the 50-yard line. I see Tim Ortiz in the starting lineup here tonight. The big tackle. I think they're going to have him at tackle. We'll keep an eye on that one. If they may have him at guard. Generally, they've moved him from tackle to tackle, but he may be the guard on the left side. He, along with Clayton Raper up front. The Red Devils have some size. The veteran Blaine Pierce in there as well. 8:35 to go in the quarter. And we're going to call it third down and about 6 for a first down. Van Vliet out of the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Gets rid of it, and ball tipped in the air, caught by Marquise. Marquise at the 35-30, still in his feet down near the 20-yard line. So Marquise doing a nice job concentrating on that football as it was tipped in the air, and he's able to bring it in and gets a nice gain down near the 20-yard line. So Richmond catching a break right there, a ball that certainly could have been intercepted, and Van Vliet saw the pressure coming from his right side and was able to get rid of the football in time, and so now the Red Devils in the red zone here in period number 1 as the rain continues to come down. There's some movement up front again by the Indians. Could be their second penalty of the drive. And so a 5-yard penalty called against Anderson again. And so now the Red Devils 5 yards closer down to the 15-yard line. Boy, Sam Gamboa is watching him on that one run by Wyatt, and Sam was leading the block over the right side as he is playing well at right guard. And Blaine Pierce back at center here tonight. The pitch, it'll be Wyatt trying to find some running room. Now changes direction. Boy, guys running into each other, and he is still running the football down near the 10-yard line. Boy, Wyatt had him going both ways and found a little bit of a hole to get something positive there. And it's going to be second down. 2nd and 1 now as we're down to the 7:09 mark here in the opening quarter of play. Red Devils trail at 6-0. And again, we're going to put the football at the 11-yard line. Johnson, the lone receiver to the right, hash mark to the right as well, and Wyatt Bird, the lone setback. Van Vliet out of the shotgun, and Wyatt starts to cut, and he falls, and he's going to lose a couple of yards right there. He may have just gotten tripped up over his own man. That's Ortiz. Ortiz went down, and Wyatt tried to make the cut back to the left and basically tripped over Ortiz, so loss of a couple of yards there. And it's going to be third down at about 3. Red Devils right now working a lot into that wind. The wind and rain coming from the north and west, so Richmond going right into it right here. Johnson split wide to the right. Van Vliet again out of the shotgun. Hand off to Bird, and they're going to grab him at about the 11 and bring him down. Jack Gray was in there for the Indians. Mentioned the game that Gray had last year against Richmond, so put the football at the 11-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and 1. You can see the rain continuing to come down. In fact, it started to pick up a little bit more. So a big 4th down and 1 for Richmond at the Anderson 11-yard line. Wyatt the lone setback. Red Devils now work with 2 tight ends in the ball game. It's going to be Wyatt over the right side, puts his head down, gets driven back, but he gets the first down as he got inside the 10-yard line. They may put him at around the 8 before Wyatt was driven back. So a Richmond first down, 5:21 to go here in the quarter. Richmond, for the first time, I don't think they've used a 2 tight end formation very much this year, but they got a couple of extra blockers in there. And so now to be first and goal, and we're going to put that football at the 7-yard line. Looks like Aquavian Allen is back in as the tight end to the left, so Richmond going to throw the football, though, toward the end zone, way off the mark. It was intended for Marquise Johnson. Safety came over as well, but that ball well thrown out of play. In fact, Trey Jordan had come over to help Curtis Lewis on coverage, and Richmond trying to find an opening with their speedy receiver in Marquise Johnson. So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Again, the football at the 7-yard line. 4:54 remaining here in period number 1. Crowd that showed up here tonight battling the rain, the wind, and the cold. This by far the worst night we've had for high school football this year. We've gotten lucky thus far. Hand off to Wyatt, and he gets driven down. Nowhere to go against that Anderson defense. It was number 41 coming in there, A.J. Ivy. 5'10", 195 pounds in there to make the stop, and now the Red Devils, everything getting a little bit tighter right here, have the football at the 10-yard line. Eli Irvin is in. He's one of the 2 receivers to the right, along with Marquise Johnson, and 2 receivers split wide to the left. Van Vliet, short drop. Here they come. He gets rid of the football, and it's going to be dropped in the end zone by Marquise Johnson. Marquise got behind the defender and just simply dropped the football. That's the 2nd one tonight that Marquise has had go off his fingertips, and so Richmond unable to do it right there as the football stays at the 10-yard line. So now 4th down, and the Red Devils are not going to use Gage Pewterbaugh right here. Again, with the way that the wind is blowing, I doubt he could make a kick like this unless he kicked it to this side and let it kind of blow back through, because that wind is really kicking up, and I think the Red Devils are going to talk about it, and they will. So Richmond will get a timeout right here. We will take a quick break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. The Red Devils down 6-0.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
By the way, the Bulldogs of Centerville home tonight, now trailing Union City as a long run by the Indians in that one. So they lead early against Centerville, trying to maybe play a little spoiler role right there as the Bulldogs trying to stay in the hunt for a share of the conference championship. And here's a big call for Richmond. 4th and 10, 4:12 remaining here in this quarter, and so they've got to get it in the end zone right here. Empty backfield, shotgun formation. Van Vliet looking over the middle. Ball's going to be caught and then dropped shy of the goal line. Wyatt Bird made the catch, but he's not going to make it. Joseph Jones, the senior defensive back, there to make the stop, and the Red Devils go for it on 4th and goal from the 10-yard line and come up short. So the Indians survive Richmond's long drive, and they stop the Red Devils inside the 10 and will take over the football at about the 2-yard line. Well, generally in a thought like that, you want your receiver to get into the end zone or right at the goal line before they make that cut as Van Vliet throws over the middle. The Red Devils don't throw over the middle very often, but they did that time. As so the Indians take over. M.J. Armstrong out of his own end zone. Let's see how they'll get it out of here. Richmond showing blitz. M.J. is going to run it himself. He's at the 5 and will be brought down. There was a lot of movement up front, but nobody threw a flag last week. You'd barely sneeze and they were throwing flags. But at the 5-yard line, so Armstrong trying to give the Indians a little bit of running room here as we're approaching 3:40 to go in the quarter. We had to have seen in that first quarter alone double-digit penalties against the Broncos and the Red Devils. Shotgun formation again. Trey Jordan in the backfield along with Armstrong. Armstrong rolling. Throws the football, has his man, ball caught and out of bounds. Good enough for a first down. That's Malachi Qualls. So Qualls open on the sideline. Safe pass that time by MJ Armstrong. Well, the one thing about it, they're getting Armstrong outside the pocket, and once he does, Red Devils, those linebackers have to make a decision. Do you come up and play the run, or do you stay back and try to make sure that they don't throw underneath your defensive backs and over your linebackers? And that was a nice play by the Indians right there to get the first down. 3:15 to go in the opening quarter. The Indians will go trips to the near side, really spread the field out, and Armstrong's going to carry it himself. He's at the 20, brought down near the 21-yard line. There for the Red Devils, that was 52, which for Richmond, guys had a good year. Jewel Taylor. You'll see Taylor, Gamboa, Thomas Pierce, Aquavian Allen, LaMarcus Thompson, guys up front, Gabe Crow, DeMarca Owens, Jake Haynes. Your main linebacking core, and of course Carter, Guiley, Narcisse. Crow will go from defensive back to linebacker, 237. Now in the opening quarter of play, Armstrong will take the snap. Armstrong trying to find some blockers on the near side, but boy, that broke down quickly. Richmond's defense pursuing strong. And there is Jewel Taylor again for the Red Devils to make the stop. He was the first one there. So the Indians now will have the football at about the 18. They must get to the 24 in order to get a first down. Not a big crowd here tonight, as you would expect, because of the bad weather conditions. The faithful that have come have their umbrellas, blankets. Winter is almost here, huh? Armstrong out of the shotgun. There's movement up front. There's a flag down. Armstrong throws, and is it going to be caught? Yes, on the far sideline. But there is a flag down. The Red Devils say it is on the Indians, and so does the official. .140 remaining. So the Indians have committed 3 penalties. They've jumped twice on defense, and this time their first offensive penalty puts them back to the 13-yard line. Again, 1:40 remaining. The Red Devils fumble on their first possession after a muffed kickoff return. The Indians score, and then the Red Devils in their second possession drive all the way inside the red zone and come up empty on a 4th down and 10. Trey Jordan in the backfield. Armstrong to throw. Jordan makes the catch, and Jordan will go nowhere. Tell you what, another flag is down, though. I guess I spoke too soon about last week. It could be, and it is going to be, an illegal shift on the Indians, so that's going to cost them either way. So they're going to be forced to punt the football, and Richmond is going to get good field position with 1:34. You know, you're looking at the rain and how it's swirling around. It kind of reminds you of those showers you see in the supermarket when they shower down on the fruit. It just kind of flows everywhere. It's keeping it moist, all right. So the Indians will punt it away. Qualls will put this one in the air. It'll take an Indians bounce at midfield, and that's where the Red Devils take over 1st and 10. Wyatt Bird was the deep man, but wisely backed away from it. Now see if Richmond on their 3rd possession can get something going and get it in the end zone. You must give the fans that here tonight plenty of credit for showing up here this evening and braving the conditions. Yeah, can you see? There you go. That's what it looks like in the light. So give him credit. Players, too. In fact, all over central Indiana, northern Indiana, they're getting pounded with some rather interesting weather here tonight. Carter in motion. Carter in the sweep. Carter will get tripped up after a gain of a couple. Joseph Jones back in there to make the stop. Now, throwing the football tonight is not going to be easy, and the Red Devils, certainly with Drew Van Vliet, their freshman quarterback, talk about his numbers in the conference when we get an opportunity. And for a freshman not having a bad season, but a year of growth throughout the entire year so far. He's gotten better game by game, but tonight it's going to be hard to throw no matter what. That is Johnson in motion. Here is Wyatt down to about the 42-yard line. We mentioned Wyatt has not been 100% this year. He's had some fumble issues over the last couple of games. That penalty, there is a penalty marker. So this will be against the Red Devils. That penalty was on the near side, the official right in front of the Anderson bench, calling that against the Red Devils, so they'll back him up to the 48-yard line. And we are down to the final 38 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. .28 seconds. Red Devils work exclusively out of the shotgun. They'll fake the handoff to Johnson, give to Wyatt. He spins. Another flag is down. A carry down to about the 45 where this flag was thrown. It's hard to tell if that'll be on the Indians, and they're going to call a face mask against Anderson. So add to the gain to the 45 and another 15 yards, and Richmond will have it down to about the 30-yard line. 12.9 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. Richmond will have to hurry to get this play off. Down to 8 seconds on the game clock. Van Vliet will get the snap off in time. Wyatt will get a couple, and that's going to do it for this opening period of play. No flags are down right there. The Red Devils, after one, trail this one 6-0. This is Richmond football right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com.
Ready for the second 12 minutes here in Anderson. The Red Devils down 6-0 to the Indians, and Richmond on the march again following the face mask penalty. Here is Wyatt on the carry, puts his head down, gets inside the 25, near the 24-yard line. Halftime, we'll have the commissioner's report. We'll also run down the latest sectional Sagarin ratings, give you kind of an idea of where the Red Devils sat when the draw comes up, at least according to the computer rankings on Sunday. By the way, if you haven't figured it out yet, the Red Devils are not favored to win that sectional. 11:24 to go. Red Devils football again at the 24-yard line. Wyatt to the outside. cuts back inside the 20-15 and brought down near the 14-yard line. Wyatt now the workhorse for the Red Devils, in there to make the stop. One of those was Malachi Qualls, number 6, and also coming in A.J. Ivey. We've called his name a couple of times here tonight as well. You know, the thing is about that rain, it's such a pleasant mist. 11 minutes to go. I can say that when I'm in here. Van Vliet will give it to Wyatt. Breaks a tackle, bowls over one defender, gets inside the 10, and so the Red Devils in the red zone once again. An opportunity knocking at the door. Boy, Wyatt just bowled over the second defender. I think that was Joseph Jones who took the brunt of that hit. Richmond quickly out of the huddle. They're not wasting any time right now. That is Jewel Taylor in the backfield as a blocking back. It'll be Wyatt again. Wyatt the 5, dives ahead, touchdown Richmond. And the Red Devils get on the board here in the second and tie this one at 6 apiece. Well, you knew they were going to run the football as Richmond brings in an extra tackler, an extra blocker to help the Red Devils up front, and they just used power football that time. Gage Pewterbaugh will come in to attempt the extra point. Van Vliet is the holder now. Again, keep an eye on where this one may go. The wind is blowing from right to left, a high snap. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Pewterbaugh will give the Red Devils the lead on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond on top of this one, 7-6.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Well, the Red Devils this time did not let an opportunity get away as they got it into the red zone and just pounded it in, thanks to another nice run by Wyatt Bird. Again, good to see him back in the lineup and hopefully feeling better than he has, as again he has battled the injuries all season long. But this time Richmond, instead of sputtering out at 4th down and 10 like they did in that last possession, they get it into the end zone and now lead this one 7-6. Gage Pewterbaugh, the leading punter in the North Central Conference, may need somebody to hold the ball this time. That wind continues to swirl around down on the turf, and Gage is having a hard time getting any. He gets some help now. Somebody's got to come and hold the football for him. He was trying to place it on the tee, but it just wouldn't stay still. It is not cooperating here in these windy and wet conditions, so they will ask one of their special teams player, Jake Haynes, to do the honors, and the return man falls at about the 23. Willie Dennison started to make the cut. We've seen that happen to a couple of players tonight. It is not easy, I don't care what you say, on a wet turf like this to get your footing. I know it may be turf, but it still is very slick with the way that the rain has come down here tonight. MJ Armstrong, 10:14 remaining before the end of the first half. Pick up a new running back in the backfield here in a moment as they go trips to the left side. MJ will roll. Quavian Allen And that one almost intercepted by Vincent Narcisse, who was right there. And not sure M.J. Armstrong had that pass intended for him. Might have been Willie Dennison. He was in the vicinity, so was Malachi Qualls, but it falls incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Running back A.J. Ivey is the guy we're looking at, 5'10", 195 pounds, wearing number 41, who has now been inserted into the backfield instead of number 11, Trey Jordan. So Jordan is out for the moment. 2nd down and 10, 10:08 to go. Now here in period number 2. Armstrong trying to at least find an opening. Jewel Taylor is there, will bring him down, and nothing for the Indians that time. May be right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down. We'll call it 10. I mentioned the Indians do not like to throw the football, though we saw M.G. Armstrong complete a pass earlier to Malachi Qualls and Willie Dennison as well, but they just don't like to, even though they're in the spread, they don't like to throw the football. A.J. Ivey in the backfield. See trips again to the near side. Armstrong out of the shotgun. He will roll. Throws underneath, and the ball knocked away at the last second. Great play by DeMarco Owens. Knocks it away from Willie Dennison. That would have been a 1st down. But it's good to have DeMarco back in the lineup as he knocks that one down, and the Indians now faced with a 4th down and 10. Richmond's defense is much different when you have players like Jake Haynes and DeMarco Owens in your lineup. Now the Indians will punt it away. Qualls will stand inside his own 15. Wyatt Bird is the deep man back to his own 40-yard line. This is a punt that will take an Anderson bounce, and they'll get a few extra yards out of this down to the 34-yard line. And that's where the Red Devils take over 1st and 10. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Excel Center. You know, there are 15 Excel Center locations in central and southern Indiana, and there's one right there in Richmond. In fact, they have an Excel Center here in Anderson as well. They've graduated over 4,500 adults in the high school ranks from central and southern Indiana. For more information, contact the Excel Center in Richmond. So the Red Devils take over, 9:09 remaining. Handoff to Wyatt, 35, 40, 45, 1st down carry out to about the 46-yard line. So now the Red Devils have a chance to sustain another drive with 8:55 remaining. Carter split wide to the left. That is Johnson now at the bottom of your screen. He will continue to have one-on-one coverage against Willie Dennison. Red Devils will go back to Wyatt. Wyatt will get a couple here to about the 48-yard line. Jack Gray back in there for the stop for the Indians, and the Red Devils now faced with a 2nd down and about 8. By the way, we want to say happy birthday to Richmond's head coach, who, by the way, today will turn 40, Tony Sonsini, and to my dog, Too Tall, who turns 1, which is 7 in dog years. Hand off, it'll be wide over the left side. 45, 40, 35, cuts to the outside, 30, still on his feet, 25, 20, up the sideline, and then finally driven out of bounds. No flags are down, and Wyatt Bird has a huge, huge gain, and Richmond back inside the red zone once again. Red Devils able to run the football here with Wyatt Bird. Now they're going to quickly get to the line of scrimmage right here. They don't want the Anderson Indians to make any changes to their personnel defensively. 1st and goal now from the 5. Wyatt in the backfield, and Wyatt's going to get the call again to the outside. Touchdown, Richmond from 5 yards out, and the Red Devils now lead this one 13-6. Wyatt Bird with his second touchdown run of the night. This one coming at 7:39 here in period number 2. And it has to be the birthdays of two of the greats, Tony and Too Tall. Here is the extra point attempt. It is up and it is perfect. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Richmond leading this one 14-6. This is Richmond football in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Dargy Repair Service is family owned and operated, and they work on every kind of vehicle and specialize in imports. You can count on Dargy to do repairs and service, big and small. Dargy does regular service to major repairs. They do everything for your car except bodywork and tires. Dargy is a certified TechNet professional auto service. Dargy Repair and Service, 1700 Northwest 11th Street in Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 935-2241.
Well, Richmond, after a rather tough start in this one here tonight, they've come back with touchdown runs by Wyatt Bird here in the second quarter, now leading at 14-6. Gage Pewterball will tee this one up at the 40. The rain continues to come down despite where you're being told it's going to come to an end. Somebody didn't tell us the truth. This one skips along the turf and will eventually go into the end zone. Willie Dennison will watch that one kind of trickle across the goal line. Yeah, there's the, see, they hadn't slowed down at all. That looks like a severe snowstorm to me. It's it does look like that mist in the grocery store, doesn't it? When it goes psss, and you go, gee, that's really nice. It's keeping my vegetables and fruit very fresh. All right, Anderson football at the 20. Their offense has stalled since the Red Devils gave them excellent field position on that kickoff to begin the ball game. They're going empty backfield now. This is the first time. I think there's some confusion. They might be one player short, and A.J. Ivey figured, hey, wait a minute, I'll come in. Play clock is down to 6, so they finally get a player in and have their game allotted 11. Armstrong to throw. Fumbles in the air and then overthrows his intended receiver. Malachi Qualls here on the near sideline. The problem was when M.J. Armstrong went to throw it, it popped out of his hand. Yeah, that wasn't lightning. Yeah, somebody's taking photos. It is senior night. I can't wait to see that. I'd get that through really quick. 7:35 to go. Yeah, mom and dad are thinking, you know what, I think I'll stay home on senior night. Ivy stays in the backfield. Indians 4 wide. Even spreading it has not helped their offense here tonight. Armstrong will throw. That's Dennison on the reception. 20, 25, and driven out of bounds. Very close to the first down marker between the 29 and the 30. That's the thing Armstrong is going to have to do if he wants to throw the football, is the little short patterns out in the flat and try to let his athletes do the work, because they are not able to run the football effectively so far, and they have not been able to throw it downfield very far. Now they've got it listed as third down right here, but that looks like it's going to be about a half a yard short. It has to get to the 30, and again, it's between the 29 and 30, so there's no doubt this is a third down and 1 officially. 7:27 remaining now in the second. Now the near side official comes running in because he needs a dry football. If they've got a dry football out there, I'll run buck naked back to Richmond. There is no way they have a dry football anywhere in the house. Indians, 4 receivers split to the left. And there's some movement. Very rare that you'll see 4 receivers on one side, and the Indians a little bit confused as we were, and so they end up getting a penalty. They had a man short on their first play of this possession, and this time they had 4 receivers to the near side, and it caused some confusion and movement up front. So we'll put that football back inside the 25. So instead of 3rd down and 1, you're 3rd down and 6. This is why some teams are 1-6 on the year. Armstrong with Ivy in the backfield. Well, you could see the rain coming off his hands. He throws behind Qualls at the 31. I was watching M.J. Armstrong clap his hands, and the rain was just the water coming off his hands. As now it's 4th down and 6. Richmond will get the football back. He cannot have a good grip on that ball at all. You know, they've got some guys up front, some pretty decent size. Got one player, T.J. Watson, goes 340. Cartwright at 275. They just cannot run the football here tonight, so Richmond will get it back. Qualls fumbles in, and it's blocked. And Richmond's going to get great field position inside the 20 as the special team for the Indians. That's Blaine Pierce there for Richmond. Branton Thomas in the rain shower as well. You know, the rain on this side seems to be more pleasant than down here. More of a floating nature. So a huge mistake by the Indians on special teams, and now Richmond with their deepest drive to start here this evening at the 16-yard line. Big 79, Jeffrey Wright at 3:15 back in to try to help that run defense for the Indians. Richmond a chance to put some distance between themselves and the Indians here tonight. Hand off Wyatt, and he gets caught from behind. Somebody forgot to block 41, A.J. Ivy. That'll be a loss of about a yard or so, so we'll call it 2nd down and around 11. 6:42 to go here in period number 2. I bet you're glad I told you to come inside tonight, huh? Good thing I'm a nice guy. We're getting close to Halloween because you see all the dogs dressed up in Halloween gear. What we do to our animals and our kids, no wonder we have a psychological problem in this country. 6:19 remaining, dogs included. Low snap, Van Vliet will keep it himself. May have been a broken play. Van Vliet near the sideline takes a hit at about the, 11-yard line. He did not get out of bounds. Boy, Van Vliet got hit right at the very end of that one. Clock will continue to tick. The Red Devils will have to get to about the 5 for a 1st down, as we're down to 5:49 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. By the way, big day of college football tomorrow. You can read a lot of the previews on our website at radiotroy.com. Jewel Taylor back in the backfield as a blocking back. Here is Wyatt bowling his way. He's going to get that 1st down. And with help, we're going to get that chicken. So now the Indians backed up against the goal line. They have a player down. This looks like number 29. It's Israel Dates, one of their linebackers, who is down, and he is not getting up anytime soon. It appears he is really hurting. We're going to take a quick timeout. 5:25 remaining here in period number 2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils lead at 14-6.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
You know, both these teams not real deep, and many of their players going both ways. And, boy, you hate to see anybody get hurt. And they're going to need these guys for the rest of the way. But in 4A football these days, and the numbers as low as they are in both these teams, you just cannot afford to lose players, and Richmond has found that out over the last couple of weeks. Jewel Taylor, and this is the blocking back. Here is the run again. There's a flag down. That is going to be Wyatt Bird. He's been the workhorse tonight. That flag came from the official who was standing in the end zone. The back judge had thrown it right in the middle, and so we're looking at a holding penalty against the Red Devils. I'm always curious how they see a hold in that big bunch in a rugby-style game like that. But we couldn't figure out how they saw 85 penalties last week in that game between Richmond and Lafayette. Jeff, we didn't get home till like 3 o'clock in the morning because they were throwing flags like it was a holiday. 5:02 to go. Remember, with help, we're going to get that chicken. Football is at the 15-yard line. Red Devils, if this formation right here, they use Jewel Taylor as a blocking back. Here's Wyatt again on the carry, and Wyatt brought down inside the 15, close to the 13-yard line. Big 79 Jeffrey Wright, one of those in there to help the Indians on the stop. We're coming up on 4 minutes now remaining here in this second quarter. This would be a huge score for the Red Devils. Try to go up a couple of touchdowns going into the locker room. Anderson will get the football to begin the third quarter. Richmond was quick to the line of scrimmage in a couple of their plays in the last series. Handoff Bird up the middle, and Bird will get inside the 10 to about the 9. Well, one of the players that was just hurt moments ago in there on the stop, Israel Dates, is quickly back in, the 5'9", 185-pound senior. 3:30 remaining. See if Richmond can pound it in right here and continue to stymie that Anderson offense, who's been very sluggish here this evening. Richmond this time with 3 receivers to the right. They have now brought Sakai Maitland in as one of those 3. Almost fumbling the football, and then it is the exchange between Van Vliet and Wyatt Bird, and I think Bird got it back. Almost jumping on that loose football was defensive tackle Jeffrey Wright at 315 pounds. But now the Red Devils faced with a 4th down and 11, and Gage Pewterbaugh will come in. This will be an attempt of 27 yards. Again, the wind is blowing right to left. Pewterbaugh has plenty of leg. The snap is good. The kick is a line drive kick, and it hits off the upright to the left. So Gage will miss the 27-yard field goal attempt, and that's a win there for the Anderson defense to stop the Red Devils after Richmond was able to get the football deep in Anderson territory and unable to put points on the board, but Gage hits that upright to the left. Again, we mentioned the wind is blowing from right to left. He could have kicked it to the right upright. It would have gone through right down the middle. It's all about, yeah, we know that now, but What's that class you used to take is in high school and college that did like angles and all that stuff? Geometry, some of that stuff. Could have worked tonight. 2:29 to go. Indians will have everybody packed in as they're going to play to the short side. And this will be Armstrong throwing downfield and behind Qualls. Qualls makes the catch. He's across the 30, and that would have been a big play for the Indians. That'll stop the clock at 2:23. Aquavian Allen, who has 4 sacks on the year, putting the pressure on M.J. Armstrong. It's a little-known fact that I had taken pre-law in was it pre-law or pre-med? They're both the same. 2:23 remaining. Indians have 6 seconds remaining on the play clock. They're going to have to hurry right here. Armstrong again will roll, looking to throw. Little stutter step, and now will release the football, and it's incomplete. Too high for Qualls. And the Indians now with a 3rd down and 10. And do I see a flag anywhere? The official on the far side, did he throw one? Yes, way over at the 30. I think that'll be against the Indians. Illegal man downfield. Boy, sometimes you get those linemen, they want to head down there too and help, but they got to wait. So the Red Devils will decline it. That'll make it now 3rd down and 10. The Indians, rough night offensively. Again, the 6 points they got early on the Armstrong to Dennison touchdown pass came after the Red Devils had a rough start. So now M.J. Armstrong, 2:16 remaining here in the second. Richmond showing blitz. Here is the catch. 20. Dennison, cutback 25, near the 30, and he may get a first down. It's going to be really close to spit, depending on the spot of the football. Vincent Narcisse losing his shoe. And how would you like to have yourself running without a shoe on in this weather? So it will be a first down for the Indians. My foot is already wet. I don't need any wetter than that by losing my shoe. And you know how I am. I need my shoes. 1:52 to go. So the Indians get a rare first down at their own 30-yard line. And Qualls reaches up and then gets drilled at the 35. Eli Irvin there to knock the ball loose. And M.J. Armstrong not very accurate in his passing tonight, and Qualls gets himself taken out at the 30 in a pass that was behind him. 1:41 remaining. Boy, it's amazing how quickly the weather has changed from the 70s and 80s down into the 50s, now 40s. M.J. Armstrong will keep it himself, goes nowhere, and the Red Devil defense smelled that one out pretty quick. You have Pierce in there along with DeMarco Owens. Quavian Allen part of that tackling as well, and one other player we want to mention who we do quite often is number 52, and that is Jewel Taylor. 1:19 remaining, and we've got a timeout. 3rd down and 12 for the Indians. We will take a quick break as well as the Red Devils on top of this one on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 14-6.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
As we had mentioned, coming up at halftime, we'll have the weekly commissioners report. If we get a chance, check out the latest Sagarin ratings by the sectional instead of by the conference, as Richmond right now ranked number 5 in their own sectional. So now it'll be 3rd down and 12, and MJ throws, and it's going to be caught, but it was nearly intercepted. Quavian Allen was there for the Red Devils, and the ball's going to be caught by Dennison. It's going to be well shy of any first down, though, as the Red Devils this time will call a timeout. Richmond chance to get the football back. It's going to be 4th down and 10, and there's still 1:08 remaining here in the first half. So Richmond, no matter what happens here, if you force the Indians to punt the football, you're going to get very good field position. And it'll give the Red Devils one more chance to get some points on the board after failing to score in their last possession on that missed field goal attempt by Gage Pewterbaugh. But we'd already mentioned earlier that kicking conditions and throwing conditions tonight, it's going to be a rough night no matter what. So for the Red Devils, this time they're going to take Jack Guiley and put him deep. He'll be at about the 42-yard line. Indians will have Qualls in to punt the football away. Now, Red Devils did block the last punt, so any fumble of the snap right here, and you're going to have even better field position. Let's see if the Red Devils can bring everybody and try to force. Here they come. Qualls gets rid of it. He got a pretty good kickoff, and that's going to take an Anderson bounce. So the Indians catch a break right there as it rolls all the way to the 25, and Dennison tried to win, get that go further. He had a little hand motion. So Richmond will have to go 75 yards in order to get it into the end zone. And they'll have to do it in 58.4 seconds. I would venture to say right here, if Richmond can use their quick offense, they had a lot of success just coming back to the line of scrimmage, not necessarily a no huddle, but they would get quickly back to the line of scrimmage and just keep running it right at the Indians. That's where they've had some success here tonight. Jewel Taylor will stay in the backfield as a blocking back for Wyatt Bird, who has been the workhorse here tonight. Van Vliet again out of the shotgun. Here is Wyatt trying to get to the outside, not this time. He is brought down immediately by Dylan Fuller. Fuller wearing number 20 and 49.7 seconds. The Indians this time will call a timeout. So now the Indians down to their final timeout here in the first half. They kind of feel right now that if they can stop the Red Devils, it'll be 2nd down and about 12. They could get the football back and perhaps get something on the board here before we head to the locker room. So both teams using some strategy right here as the field is flipped all the way back down, where the Red Devils thought maybe they were going to get good field position. Qualls ended up getting that punt away, got a favorable bounce, and now the Indians feel they have a chance at 49.7 to get it back. Eli Irvin, Marquise Johnson better get backed up a little bit. There you go, Marquise. He was trying to get to about the 30 before he was stopped from lining up. Boy, almost fumbling the snap again. Here's Wyatt on the carry, and Wyatt fumbles at the last second, and then Richmond jumps on the football. Eli Irvin got a few extra yards out of that one. I almost thought that Wyatt was down on contact, though, the way that ball bounced out of there, but the official said he was not. So the Red Devils will take the first down carry, 38 seconds remaining. And we'll put the football at the 38-yard line. This time the Red Devils work with John Carter, the lone receiver to the far side. hand off Wyatt again, and there's a flag down. Wyatt may get a yard or so. See if this penalty will go against the Red Devils, and the way that we're looking here, it'll go against Richmond. 20.3 seconds remaining before we head to halftime. So all the strategy you can put together, calling the timeouts and trying to get yourself field position, not working for Richmond here at the end of the second quarter. By the way, the clock is at 17.5. Richmond chance to get one more playoff, but they will not because there is another timeout. I think the Indians just used their final timeout right here. It's going to be first down and 18. The Red Devils would have to get to the 48-yard line in order to get a first down. Reminder, tonight's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Thursday, the Italian BMT, Friday, the tuna, Saturday, the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Well, the Indians got out to the fast start after Richmond's early mistakes. Armstrong hits Dennison with a touchdown pass, making it 6-0. The extra point was no good. And then Wyatt Birds, 2 rushing touchdowns, and made this one a 14-6 ball game. Could be the final play here of this first half. Wyatt will take it himself as the Red Devils work out of the Wildcat offense, and it'll be to 35, and I think that's going to do it here for the first half. 10.8 as Van Vliet is out. We have seen the Red Devils do this a couple of times this year, run it out of the Wildcat. Now Richmond, I think they've called a timeout here as well, so we're going to use those timeouts. If you've got them, you might as well use them. Well, in fact, Van Vliet is on the sideline. He's going to stay there. The Red Devils not going to take any chances, it looks like, with Van Vliet here in the last couple of seconds we have here in this second quarter, and everybody's just anxious. Of course, the locker rooms are way behind us. They got a ways to go before they even get to the locker room. I'm sure both teams anxious to get inside and get a little warmth going. And I guess we do have to be thankful we've been lucky so far this year, not having too much bad weather to go through, but tonight it changed quickly. Wyatt again in the Wildcat. Jewel Taylor in there as well, and here's DeMarco Owens on the carry. DeMarco, his first carry of the night, he gets driven back as he's going to lose maybe a yard or so, and that's going to do it for the first half. Well, we've made it to halftime. It wasn't pretty all the time, but for Richmond, they will go into the locker room with a 14-6 lead. We will come back. The commissioner's report is coming up. We'll take a look at, we get an opportunity, as we said, the Sagarin ratings and what things look like as the sectional just a couple of weeks away. We'll get a chance to. We'll check out college football coming up this weekend and the NFL, all right here. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581. or go to their website at firstbankrichrmond.com.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft-Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 South East Street in Richmond.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Listen up, high school sports fans. This cheer's for you.
You're number one! You're number one!
Why all the love? Why do we think you're number one?
Because as high school athletes, we know there is no us without you.
We know that when you buy a ticket to see an IHSAA game or meet, you're helping pay for new uniforms, safer equipment, or even a bus ride to the game.
But we also know what you're really saying is, I believe in you. I believe you could be somebody.
When you think about all of the opportunities your attendance at an IHSAA athletic event creates,
and the fact that you paid for your ticket,
well, fantastic doesn't begin to describe how we feel about you.
High school sports.
You pay,
we play.
Everybody wins.
This message brought to you by the IHSAA, encouraging you to go to a high school game this week and help build a future that benefits us all. It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Commissioner, we are rapidly approaching some fall sports championships. We already have had one state championship chosen in golf. Homestead wins girls golf championship. We are all in. The pairing show coming up with football this weekend. But let's talk about the state champions in golf at Homestead. Played at Prairie View Golf Course in Indianapolis. Fun day, great golf, some really interesting stories coming out of the girls championship.
As they always do, Bob, our girls golf championship was conducted at Prairie View. I want to thank our friends at Prairie View, Doc O'Neill and his entire staff, for the great work they do to put on a championship tournament like they do. One of the greatest state championship golf tournaments in the country, to be quite frank. Homestead, our champion in the team side, upended Evansville North, who has been a multiple-time state champion, played tremendously over the 2 days, and congratulations to them. Also, we had an incident come up. This happens every once in a while in golf. And we had a young lady who signed for an incorrect scorecard, Kia Parrott, who's from Kokomo High School. Her goal was always to be on the awards platform as an individual. She would have finished 6th. And as it turned out, she realized that she signed for an incorrect scorecard. And so she took it upon herself to report herself to the meet officials, and she was disqualified. And I can't emphasize enough how important that is, and how what a tremendous act of sportsmanship and fair play that was exhibited by this young high school student. We've seen it happen at the professional level. It's happened at the collegiate level. It's happened at our level. And I think special consideration should be given to this young lady for her honesty, her sportsmanship, and sense of fair play in a very difficult situation. And quite frankly, she could have just let it ride. No one would have figured it out. But she knew it was wrong, and she couldn't live with herself knowing that it was wrong, so she reported it. So I think that the messages that we're providing with respect to sportsmanship and how high school sports should be played, this is a crystal clear example of why we do what we do.
Could not agree more, could not echo what you said, the sentiments. I congratulate Kia Parrott and Kokomo High School and the IHSAA. We're talking to the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. This weekend, Commissioner, the pairing show for the upcoming football championship will be taking place 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock Eastern Time Sunday night, the 13th. Paul Condry from the Indiana Football Digest and I will be live with you and your colleagues at the IHSAA headquarters. It's always a fun night, always a tension-filled night, quite frankly, when everybody waiting to find out who's going to be playing whom and where.
It is, and it's a great 48 sectionals across the state, and we'll be drawing those first-round pairings on Sunday evening so that we can get our tournament underway. We encourage our member schools to get together, have these viewing parties. Send us your pictures, tweet those pictures, and we will recognize as many schools as we can throughout the broadcast. It's a great time for our schools and our communities and our football program to rally together to figure out who that first round opponent's going to be, and then what's your tournament path going to be to the state finals at Lucas Oil over Thanksgiving weekend.
It's always fun for us to be able to sit there and talk about matchups. The viewing parties, the pictures that continue to flow in has been a great addition. I think everybody has a chance to be involved in this from an interactive standpoint, sharing information. I think what makes it such a cool evening for all of us coming up on Sunday.
Well, it is, and what it does, Bob, I think, is it's another example of where education-based athletics brings a community together. Unlike any other stanchion of sports in our society, high school sports, here's a great example of how an event, the pairing show, brings the team together, brings the community together, brings all the school folks together in anticipation of what's going to happen. And it's just a fun time for us as a staff at the IHSA to draw the pairings out and figure out who's going to play. And then, quite selfishly, where are we going to go?
Right.
Where are we going to go and see that first game? I look forward to it, and so we'll be figuring out where I'm going to go on that Friday night, the 25th, and see a great high school contest.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox, our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA. Commissioner, enjoy the weekend. I'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday night.
Thank you, Bob. Look forward.
Are you tired of your current IT company prices going up every month? Do you get only 4 or 5 hours included in your contract before you're charged overages or per hour fees? Midwest IT Support has set pricing that allows you to budget for your business with no contracts or overages. It's all included. You get a full IT staff without hiring a full-time person. Call us for a free quote. We make IT easy. Call 765-239-9668 or email us at helpdesk@midwestitsupport.com.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond, Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Looking for the home of your dreams? This spacious property offers over 4,600 square feet of living space, featuring 5 bedrooms, with 3 full and 1 half bathroom. This property is currently listed for under $270,000. For more information or to schedule a showing, please contact the listing team.
We are back here in Anderson. Welcome as the Red Devils lead at 14-6 at halftime. A cold night. It is senior night, and most of the fans have now dodged out of town. So they got a little empty here on this side after they had the senior people that were here to do the ceremony. They've all gone, so I guess they weren't as tough as we thought they were. By the way, a couple of scores. Northeastern leading Knightstown at halftime on our last update there, 12-0. The Knights on the road playing well this evening. Monroe Central leading Union County 7-0 in their contest. Lawrenceburg leading Connorsville 22-6 at the half. And Centerville and Union City now in the third quarter. They were tied at 7. If we get an update there, we will definitely pass that along to you this evening. This game here at 14-6, the Red Devils got off to a slow start after the opening kickoff in which they found themselves pinned deep in their own territory, and then they turned the football over on a fumble, and it was the Indians scoring first at 10:03 in that opening period. The Armstrong to Dennison pass made it 6-0 after the extra point was no good. Red Devils scored both their touchdowns in the second quarter. Wyatt Bird at 10:19 and made it 7-6 after his first touchdown run. He scored again at 7:29, and that's where we stand at 14-6. The Red Devils have left some points on the board. They had a chance to score in that second quarter as well when they got the football down to the 10-yard line, did not get it into the end zone, and then they had an opportunity to score again in that second quarter. They missed the field goal, but they got the ball into the red zone, but then they could not get the field goal as it hit the upright to the left, and so that did it for the Red Devils in their scoring. in the first half of play. You know, we'd mentioned the sectional draws you heard also on the Commissioner's Report at halftime comes up on Sunday. That will get underway from 5 until 7 o'clock on Sunday night. The Sagarin ratings are out this week on who they think is going to be the winner of each and every sectional. For the Red Devils in sectional 21, Richmond is ranked 5th in the overall rating at 32.73. They think the teams they could beat include Muncie Central, Connorsville, and Shelbyville, but they have Greenfield, Newcastle, Mount Vernon, and Pendleton ahead of them in the overall rankings. So the two favorites definitely have to be Pendleton and Mount Vernon. So the draw is going to be very important for the Red Devils coming up on Sunday. Franklin County plays in sectional 31. They're ranked 4th in that sectional. Lawrenceburg is ranked number 1. And then in sectional 38, which will involve 3 teams out of the Tri-Eastern Conference, one of those, Winchester, they're 5th. Northeastern ranks 6th. And Centerville is ranked 7th. Cecina and Heritage Christian are the top 2 teams in that sectional. In sectional 39, Union County, they play whoever they play. There's a bunch of teams they really don't know anything about, but they're ranked 7th out of the 8 teams in that sectional, with Triton Central by far ranked the number 1 team. In sectional 43, where Union City is at, they are ranked number 7. South Adams, one of the top teams in the state, they are ranked number 1 there by far over everybody, so they're the favorite there. And then in sectional 47, you have Knightstown, Tri, Hagerstown, and Lincoln. Knightstown is ranked 3rd, Tri is ranked 4th, Hagerstown is 5th, and Lincoln is ranked 8th in those Sagarin ratings. And we'll make sure we try to post those again coming up next week following the tournament draw on Sunday night. Quick check of college football. There are 2 teams playing tonight in top 25 play. Number 20 Virginia is at Miami of Florida, and Colorado playing at number 13 Oregon. In games of interest this weekend, there are a couple of big matchups, including Oklahoma and Texas. That game will take place in Dallas. Oklahoma ranked number 6. Texas is ranked 11th. That is a noon start time again on Saturday. The other big games, number 1 Alabama plays at number 24 Texas A&M. Notre Dame is home on Saturday night. It's supposed to be rather warm. I think it's going to be in the 30s by the time they play that game on Saturday night up in South Bend. So Southern California and Notre Dame, 7 o'clock. Saturday night, number 10 Penn State plays at number 17 Iowa. And the other big game coming up, number 7 Florida is at number 5 LSU on Saturday night. And you can check out our website. All those games will be listed, and where you can see those games on radiotroy.com. NFL this weekend, one game played last night. New England beat the Giants 35-14. Sunday, Carolina's at Tampa Bay. Houston at Kansas City, Philadelphia at Minnesota, Cincinnati's at Baltimore, Seattle at Cleveland, New Orleans is at Jacksonville, Washington at Miami, Atlanta on the road at Arizona, the Rams hosting the 49ers, Dallas at New York to take on the Jets, Tennessee's at Denver, Pittsburgh in Los Angeles to play the Chargers, and then Monday night it's Detroit on the road at Green Bay. Right here, we're at halftime. You see the Red Devils are back out trying to warm up. Good luck on that one. We will have the second half coming up in just a couple of moments. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Its mission is to honor the men and women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weeview Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Take time to visit Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. New Vision Sports is a program that will focus on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete. It includes all ages and skill levels. They'll create a customized workout plan to provide an ongoing motivation and support program that'll help you achieve your training goals. There are 3 reasons to train with New Vision Sports: variety, specificity, and accountability. New Vision Sports. Give them a call at 977-5831 or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was almost too easy. How about Tony's Car Sales in Richmond? Hi, this is Troy Narangowski. You know, I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's, and I couldn't have been happier with their service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked me through the entire process. Hey, if you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West. For more information, give them a call at 962-5665 or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
We are now ready for the second half. I wanted to check and see if anybody was left. There is absolutely 3 people in front of me, 5 maybe. There might be 10 people left. The Indians will get the football first to get things underway here in the third. Willie Dennison is deep. Richmond fans, a few of them might have taken off too. They got a few left over there, but what do you get, about maybe 10 or 11? But I'm sure they'll blame us for it, so let's get this third quarter underway. Gage Pewterbaugh will tee things up at the 40-yard line, and we're ready to get things going here in the third. He'll just squib this one along the ground. Ivy fumbles it and then jumps on top of it at about the 28. So the Indians will have the football, see if they've figured anything out offensively. A couple of guys running out there like they're cold. You had that kind of that stiff run when which is 85 yards that way. But so the Indians have it first down and 10. Just underway here in the third. Ivy in the backfield, and M.J. Armstrong had a rough first half. Other than the touchdown pass, the Indians' offense almost non-existent. Armstrong to throw. Low throw. It might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage as Pierce was there. Blaine Pierce getting a finger on that one. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. The intended receiver was Malachi Qualls. By the way, for those of you that don't want to stay up late tonight, we'll have all the scores for you bright and early on the sports page tomorrow morning. Ivy stays in the backfield as Armstrong works out of the shotgun. 4 receivers, split even to each side. Armstrong to throw. Qualls the pass too high again, and Qualls getting a little frustrated as Armstrong again, a pass that was off the mark. So now the Indians faced with a 3rd down and 10. I know Qualls is a little bit frustrated. Armstrong, we saw it earlier in the first half. Now the rain is almost gone now, but everything's pretty much soaked. Every football you have out here is cold. Your hands are cold, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it at this point. Just hope that you can get some kind of control on it. But for Armstrong, we saw the rain coming off his hands earlier. Here he goes again, wings this one to the sideline, is way off the mark, and might have been intended for Willie Dennison or the ball boy on the sidelines. Either one would have been a good choice. I just said the rain was starting to stop, and here it comes again. Yeah, there you go. So much for stopping, yeah. Heard a lady downstairs say give it 20 minutes, it'll start snowing, and she might be right. Qualls will punt this one away, and another good kick as it takes a Anderson bounce, and then it'll be down at about the 32-yard line, and that's where Richmond will take over 1st and 10. I had spoke too soon about the rain. In just the second I said it, here it comes. Richmond had used the Wildcat to end the first half of play, and there is Drew Van Vliet, the freshman quarterback, now stepping back into the lineup. Workhorse in this game has been none other than Wyatt Bird. He may end up carrying the football 30, 35 times here tonight by the time it's all said and done. Here's the handoff to Wyatt, and not a whole lot that time. There is Jack Gray. Gray, very good inside linebacker for the Indians. By the way, I'm not kidding at all that there are a few fans that have stayed right below us. Most of the others have either headed to the restroom to get some warmth or they've gone home. Yeah, the cheerleaders are gone too. They're in the bathroom warming up. Chickens. 2nd down and 11 as Van Vliet to throw, and that's off the mark, intended for Eli Irvin. Ivy coming in, gets tripped up, trying to put some pressure on quarterback Drew Van Vliet, so now it's a 3rd down and 11. Well, this game is not out of reach yet for the Indians. If they can catch a break here or there, they may be able to get right back in this thing. Only down 14-6, just a 1-score difference. Van Vliet again, the handoff to Wyatt, and they stop the run. Well, they did it again as number 56, Deontay Harden, in there to make the stop. And so the Red Devils now with a 4th down and 11 will have to punt it away. Willie Dennison back to the 35-yard line as the wind has kind of died down a little bit. Not as certainly as much as we would like it to be, as this one high in the air and will land inside the 40. Richmond's going to jump on it. They thought it may have touched one of the return men. The only one I could think was Qualls was down there, number 6. And they did say it touched him, so Richmond's going to get the football. If it wasn't Qualls, it would have been number 8, which is Curtis Lewis. And it hit him in the back, and they're going to give the football to Richmond. A big break for the Red Devils here in the third quarter. The fans downstairs would like a challenge, I heard him say. So we haven't quite gotten to that point in high school football yet, at least during the regular season. So let's put the football for Richmond at about the 37-yard line. We have seen a couple of special teams play tonight that have not worked out well on both sides. A block punt for the Indians, and then they give up the football right here. Here is Wyatt on the carry. Wyatt, churning his legs, gets down to about the 30. Finally brought down by Dylan Fuller. 9:52 to go. You know, I said the rain had kind of subsided a little bit. Now it's just coming down even harder. Wrong, and that's why I was not a meteorologist. Second down and 3 now as Richmond trying to get some distance between themselves and the Indians. Wyatt bulls ahead, runs over his tackler. That was Jack Gray, the linebacker, for the first down.
First down, Richmond. Ball is placed at the 27-yard line.
Richmond had a chance to get some distance between themselves and the Indians there at the end of the first half, but could not get points on the board. This is a big drive right here. Don't want the Indians hanging around any closer than they have to. Rain continues to come down. Richmond running right into that rain from the north and the west. Here is Wyatt on the carry again. There is that linebacker, Jack Gray, who's been a nemesis so far as he makes the stop. And they're on the stop as well as Harden. And now the Red Devils have it at second down and about 9. 8:32 to go here in the third. Football placed at the 27-yard line. Johnson split wide to the right. The Red Devils will have Guiley in the slot. And an official's timeout right here. Fans right now have no protection against a very steady rain other than the umbrella. In fact, it's raining harder now than it was earlier. Handoff. Wyatt trying to bounce to the outside. He'll be hogtied as he goes down at about the 22. Wyatt, very hard runner. Can we get a look at that rain again? Can you show what we're, look at this. There's just nothing right about that. You can hear the rain hitting the bleachers too, and down on their track, it's really coming down. I want to know who said it was clearing out of here. Well, they told me it was. 7:33 to go. Red Devils now with a third down. Wyatt on the carry again, and he's going to be shy of the first down. May get to about the 19. Ball had come loose, but Wyatt was whistled down at the time as T.K. Blair makes the stop. The outside linebacker, 5'10", 210. So for the Red Devils, 4th down and 2, and no reason to give up the football right here. They've been running it with Wyatt. I would venture to say he may get the call again. Boy, a warm shower will feel good after this one, huh? This time, Brenton Thomas will be the blocking back. There's movement up front, and the Indians jump. Boy, I tell you, they just gave Richmond a gift right there. They have shot themselves in the foot.
Penalty marker, encroachment against the Indians. First down, Richmond.
So now the Red Devils will have it first down. Let's put the football at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone once again. The war chant has begun for the Anderson Indians fans. Van Vliet again. Hands off to Wyatt up the middle. Finds a hole down to the 5 and possibly 4-yard line. Good run by Wyatt Bird. As Richmond now inside the 5-yard line. Right there, not just good running by Wyatt Bird, but that offensive line opening up some big holes.
First and goal to go for the Red Devils. Ball placed at the 3-yard line.
So Richmond a chance now to put 6 on the board right here, and I tell you what, if I don't give it back to Wyatt Bird, yeah, I'd give it to him again. You have Brenton Thomas, who has been an offensive lineman this year. Now they have Jewel Taylor in there as well, so Richmond has 2 extra blockers in there, but a whistle. And we may have a flag here on the Red Devils, and they will call that against Richmond. There was a little confusion on where they were going to put Jewel Taylor, and then they got movement. So now the Red Devils faced with a first and goal with the football at the 8-yard line. Richmond next week back home against Kokomo. Final game of the regular season. It seems like this year has really flown by. Richmond run formation again. Here's Wyatt. Extra blockers. Wyatt inside the 5. Gang tackle down to about the 2. There was no doubt where Richmond was going to run the football. They had 2 extra blockers on the left side. 5:13 to go here in the 3rd. So now it'll be second and goal from the 2-yard line. What are the odds it'll be Wyatt again? Boy, give him the hat trick tonight. If he can get in the end zone yet one more time. Be his 3rd touchdown of the night. Wyatt on the carry, and not this time. Ivy is there, tried to strip the football, and the flag is down. That's going to go against Ivy. Instead of laying off, he was trying to go for the strip of the football and threw Wyatt down to the turf, and that's going to cost him, and the Red Devils will get an automatic first down right here. So we'll put it at the 1. And the Anderson fans that are still down below us didn't like the call, and nonetheless, Richmond again will bring that power offense in. Brenton Thomas, Jewel Taylor, there to your left. Handoff, and Wyatt cuts back against the green, scores from a yard out, and the Red Devils now lead at 20-6. Wyatt Bird with his 3rd touchdown run of the night. This will come at 4:26 to go here in the 3rd. And now Gage Pewterball will come in to attempt the extra point as the Red Devils looking for their 3rd win of the year, 2nd win in the North Central Conference. That kick is on the way. It is just across the crossbar, and the Red Devils on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard now lead this one 21-6.
Hey, if you're looking for a great place to dine, how about Little Sheba's? Come join them in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue and grab one of their gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and more in their smoke-free environment. You can get a 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. For more information about Little Sheba's, give them a call at 962-2999.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance knows you're good at fitting one more dish in an already full dishwasher. We're good at your insurance.
Dad?
You're good at pretending to be asleep.
Dad?
We're good at your insurance.
Dad?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, the Red Devils now what we would consider a commanding 21-6 lead. We say commanding simply because the Indians' offense has struggled mightily here tonight. 4:26 remaining in this third. The ball comes off the tee again. Gage will have one of his teammates hold the football for him right there as Damian Newman on special teams. Stepping up in the time of need. That is a teammate right there. Ball will be squibbed along the ground. And a return. 20, 25, 30 has a lane. 40, 45, 50 has blockers ahead of him. Cuts against the grain down to the 30. That is Joseph Jones on a big return, and that's the one thing the Red Devils did not want to see happen right there. By the way, the Bulldogs and their game 14-14 with Union City. That one's going down to the wire. In the Tri-Eastern Conference, Bulldogs need that win to stay within one game of either Northeastern or Winchester if they both win tonight. So now the Indians 1st and 10. Armstrong has Ivy in the backfield as the low throw skips off the ground, but apparently they're going to say that Dennison made the catch down to the 30. I thought that ball hit the turf, but apparently say he got his hands underneath it. By the way, now I'm pretty sure the rain has stopped. Look, see, there's no rain now. See, there you go. Now, no, there's no rain. You're just seeing fog now. That's the glass you see there. Now you got all foggy on the camera, too. 3:39 remaining. 2nd down and 1. Indians coming back quickly. Here comes the blitz. Armstrong pumps, now rolls, throws, ball caught, and I believe that is going to be good enough for a first down, and it is, as the catch made by Willie Dennison. By the way, how about this score? National Trail is losing to Covington at halftime, 61-0. By the way, the Knights now lead the Panthers 20-0 in the 4th quarter. So how about that? Be a huge win by Northeastern on the road at Knightstown. 1st down and 10 for the Indians. Armstrong has Ivy in the backfield. Armstrong set to throw again. Lifts this one high in the air. Dennison is there. Did he make the catch? Yes. Touchdown. The Indians right back in it as they come back and score their quickest touchdown of the night. Now, don't blame me. I'm not playing defense. Their offense was struggling until it stopped raining. So the 2nd touchdown throw of the night by Armstrong to his teammate Willie Dennison, who kept his foot in bounds, and now Qualls, they messed that up, and so now Qualls running for his life will throw toward the end zone, tipped in the air. The extra point is no good. 2:56 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Red Devils still lead it 21-12 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Dargy Repair Service is family owned and operated, and they work on every kind of vehicle and specialize in imports. You can count on Dargy to do repairs and service, big and small. Dargy does regular service to major repairs. They do everything for your car except bodywork and tires. Dargy is a certified TechNet professional auto service. Dargy Repair and Service, 1700 Northwest 11th Street in Richmond. For more information, give them a call at 935-2241.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Well, just like that, the Indians right back in this football game, down 21-12. Still 2:56 remaining here in the third quarter. So Richmond will get the football back. Let's see if they can get a drive going, get some points back on the board. We mentioned again that Northeastern leading their game 20-0 with 6:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. That is a huge win for Northeastern. Short kick. That is Wyatt, touched it, and then jumps on it at the 20. Boy, that slippery football will get you every time. So the Red Devils will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So Armstrong, a couple of touchdown passes here tonight. Wyatt Bird, 3 touchdowns on the ground. So we have seen the Indians with a passing attack at least twice has been successful. And for the Red Devils, their running game has been a huge key here tonight. So again, the rain is now stopped. Maybe that's the last we have seen of the rain here this evening. The wind is still blowing a little bit as the Red Devils will run the football. Here is Wyatt again on the carry. Wyatt may get a yard out of that, not a whole lot. Anderson now playing the run here in this third quarter. Van Vliet has not thrown the football a whole lot. He had a couple of drops earlier with Marquise Johnson, one of those, chance to make a catch in the end zone and drop that one. So Marquise has had a rough night here tonight, and Red Devils have been relying on the legs now of Wyatt Bird. Shotgun formation. Wyatt just kind of takes the football out of the hands of his quarterback and makes a nice run as he's going to get close to a first down. Very close to the 30-yard line. That was all Wyatt Bird that time. We have some fans that are right below us that aren't feeling any pain whatsoever. You can hear them still trying to give their Indians some encouragement here this evening as we come up on 1:30 remaining in this third quarter. Richmond now with a 3rd down and 1 football. You see at the 29-yard line. Yep, Wyatt again. Wyatt putting his head down. I think he may have gotten the forward progress, and he did. They'll put it at the 31. So Wyatt gets the first down for the Red Devils with 1:22 remaining here in this third quarter. Indians make a change. They bring big number 79, Jeffrey Wright, out at 315 pounds. Trying to clog that middle, and I think they replaced him with somebody bigger at T.J. Watson at 340. So Richmond football, 1:07 remaining in the third. Wyatt stays in the backfield, gets the call again. Wyatt drugged down from behind by Ivy. So the Red Devils lose a couple of right there, back to the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 11, perhaps 12, depending on the spot of the football. They'll put it right at the 29. So we'll call it 2nd down and 11. 37 seconds remaining in the third. Van Vliet making his way back from the sidelines as he will make his way back. No, just don't move. 18 seconds remaining. Here is Van Vliet. And he goes nowhere. And that's going to do it for the third quarter as the Indians, their run defense stiffening up here in the third, and we will head to the fourth quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top of this one, 21-12.
Richmond Community Schools offers rich and diverse learning opportunities in all of our outstanding schools. We offer more educational choices to students than any other school district in our area. Learning today, leading tomorrow.
I'm not worried about being ready for the world.
I just need the world to be ready for me.
We are the best choice. Enroll now.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
We are down to our final 12 minutes here in Anderson as the Red Devils trying to get a win on the board in a hard-fought one here tonight as the Indians have not gone away as of yet. The Red Devils now a 3rd down and 12. And right now Anderson doing everything they can, putting tons of guys in the box to stop the run. Here's Wyatt. And Wyatt's going to get stopped well shy of the first down. The Red Devils had to get to the 41-yard line. And Gage Pewterbaugh will come in to punt it away. So Richmond unable to run the football on this possession. Pewterbaugh will have the wind behind him as he stands at his own 20 as Willie Dennison, the senior, is deep for the Indians. They're going to make him go back a few more yards. He is inside his 30, knowing that Pewterbaugh can put a good leg into this one. Gage kind of took a couple of extra steps, and this one will take a Richmond bounce, and then will be down at about the 33-yard line. So no return. I'm not so sure that Gage was thinking about taking off with that football. In the back of his mind, he's thinking, you know what, they're all running back the other way. Maybe I can get a first down out of this. He may not have loved it too much if he'd gone to the sidelines if he didn't get the first down. So now the Indians, MJ Armstrong, 2 touchdown passes here tonight. Down now by 9 in this fourth quarter, 11-12 remaining. Ivy the lone setback. Now that the rain has stopped, perhaps for MJ Armstrong, he feels a little bit better about throwing the football. 10 seconds now on the play clock as Armstrong again works out of the shotgun. Low snap. Here comes the Russ. Throws it the last second. It's incomplete. Pass intended for Dennison here on the near sideline. It might have been one of those footballs right there that, there's the rain again. I'm shutting up about the rain as I was quickly reminded that it is raining again. Dennison probably should have went ahead and took off with a football right there. Clock is stopped at 11:07. Armstrong again in the shotgun. Ivy, the lone setback, throwing over the middle. Ball's going to be caught at the 50, 40, 35, 30. A foot race down the left sideline. And Qualls gets inside the 5-yard line, brought down at the 3. Big pass play. They throw over the middle to Qualls, and he's able to get the big catch and run for the Indians, and they're right back in this thing. So now Anderson will have it at the 3-yard line, and they're knocking on the door. 6 here would put them back to within 3. So the Indians, MJ Armstrong has an extra blocker in his backfield as well. He's going to run it himself over the right side. Touchdown. And the Indians right back in this football game, now trail at 21-18. Well, if I'm the Indians, I go ahead and go for 2 right here. You're down by 3, and so you get the 2. It makes it a 1-point lead. And they're going to go for 2, as you would expect. The football placed at the 3-yard line. Either way, you're still only down by 3. As Armstrong rolling. And the pressure from behind, and Aquavian Allen will pull him down. And so the Indians in their 2-point conversion, they come up empty, but the Indians are right back in this football game again on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Richmond 21, Anderson 18.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
By the way, Josh Fern, who is covering the Centerville Union City game, Union City scored. In fact, they are now in overtime. Union City leading 20-14. The Bulldogs get their chance with a football. Centerville loses that one. They have no chance of getting a share of the conference championship. Lawrenceburg is now leading Connorsville 43-6 in that one. The Red Devils trying to hold on here tonight. Boy, the final 2 weeks high school football, as that's a line drive kick, gets inside the 5. Richmond's Wyatt Bird will pick it up, and on the return, he's going to get hit and driven back, so Richmond almost caught themselves again on special teams. The Red Devils at 10:44 now remaining in this football game will have it deep in their own territory. So that Union City game into overtime with the Bulldogs. We saw earlier that Northeastern winning their football game. Well, that'd be a huge win for the Knights. Chance to do no worse than a share for the conference championship. Here's Wyatt. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Boy, the first one in there to make the hit was Dylan Fuller. And Richmond not throwing the football here in the fourth. In fact, very few pass attempts even in that third quarter, as the Red Devils trying to keep the football on the ground. And when you do that, the Indians have 7, 8 guys in the box playing the run. As the Red Devils have trips to the near side. Hand off to White, finds a hole this time across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line. That'll be a first down. So Richmond able to open up a couple of holes right there. 9:56 remaining. See, the weather's gotten better. Those flags are barely moving over there. No. Just a light mist now. It is not a factor. All right, 9:34 here in the fourth. Richmond again trips to the near side. Handoff Wyatt Bird. Bird. Anderson trying to strip the football. The pile just keeps moving. This is like rugby right here. They will finally stop his progress, but not until he gets to the 35-yard line. A complete rugby scrum. Anderson bringing some beef into their lineup again. Big 78 coming in. They got a couple of big players. Watson at 340. Mentioned Wright is at 315. So they got some guys up front that can plug that middle. They're trying to find a way to make sure they got enough beef up front to stop the Red Devils from running the football. As officials calling a timeout real quick, and now we're back underway. 8:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Red Devils holding on now to a 3-point lead. Handoff, it'll be Wyatt again, and he's going to go down shy of the 40. But it could be another first down, and it is. Red Devils will be glad just to run a lot of clock right here. We'll put the football at the 39-yard line. I'm not sure when Richmond last threw the football. I know it had to have been sometime in the first half. They were exclusive run in that third quarter. Each team with all 3 timeouts remaining here in the fourth. Van Vliet will have 2 receivers to the near side. The work on the hash mark to the left. Wyatt the carry. Tell you what, Wyatt is going to sleep well tonight. He gets stopped shy. TK Blair, I say shy the line of scrimmage. In fact, he may have even lost a yard, or did he get? They're going to give him 1, so we'll put it at the 40. There you see the nose of the football right at the 40-yard line. And we're down to 7:35. Richmond trying to grind this one out. Those receivers running out to their spots, I tell you what, I'd be like, I'm not going out there. I keep running back and nobody throws me the ball. 7:19 remaining. Wyatt again, up the middle. Wyatt gets another nice gain out to the 47-yard line. Going to be shy of a first down, about a yard. Wyatt's going to end up, as I said earlier, 30-35 carries here tonight by the time it's all said and done. There used to be a time where the Red Devils and the Indians were in the same sectional, but now they're in different classes. So since Anderson is a 5A, they do not see the Indians in tournament play. 6:35 remaining. Bird the lone setback. Van Vliet. Guess what? Hands off to Bird, and this time he's going to lose yardage. Michael Cartwright, 6 foot, 275 pounds, in there to make the stop. And it's going to be 4th down. It would have been 4th down and about 2, but now it's going to be 4th down and 6, and Richmond will have to give up the football as Gage Peterbaugh has come back in. And still now plenty of time on the clock for the Indians at 6 minutes remaining. Red Devils unable to get the first down with Wyatt Bird running the football almost exclusively in the second half. And now we've got a movement up front, and the Red Devils now shooting themselves in the foot right here. That'll be another 5-yard penalty, so that'll back them up. So now you're looking at 4th down and 11. The Indians are going to get better field position yet again. They're the kind of team, again, you just don't want them hanging around. They got the Red Devils by 1 last year as Peterbaugh is going to take off himself. Nope, and now he's going to punt it away. Dennison falls down as he will run toward the football down to the 20 now. We all had a little rush right there as Gage Peterbaugh kind of taken off and at the last second did that little European kick. But now the Indians will have to go 80 yards 5:27. Now a field goal again would tie it. Your mathematics are correct. It's a 21-18 ball game. The Indians want to try to get it in the end zone. Beat the Red Devils by 1 last year. 5:27 remaining as Armstrong has Ivy in the backfield. First down, Indians. Armstrong to throw. Qualls a little bit high, and he can't bring it in. That'll be an incomplete pass. The Indians trying to go over the middle again. Second down and 10. Bulldogs now lead 27-20 in that overtime contest. Well, now 27-26 Bulldogs. Second down now. Here is the catch by Dennison. Red Devils trying to bring him down. They will finally do so, and the ball at about the 23, and the Red Devils may have an injured player. And they do, as on the turf for the Red Devils is LaMarcus Thompson, and LaMarcus has had some early season injuries, and as we've said earlier in this broadcast, can't afford to have any more. So we'll take a quick time out. They're going to check out LaMarcus, see if he is okay on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils on top, 21-18.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Well, LaMarcus is up. He will be heading toward the sidelines. It looked like the way he had gone down, he would be down for a while, but he is under his own power, again heading to the Richmond sideline. The Red Devils up 21-18, 5:08 remaining, as the Red Devils trying to hold on here tonight, pick up their 3rd win of the year. More importantly, trying to get some momentum going again into next week against Kokomo, the final game of the regular season. MJ Armstrong with Ivy in the backfield. 3rd down and 7. Big play both ways here for the Indians. Here is Armstrong, throws, and just too high again for Qualls as it falls incomplete. Good coverage for Richmond. That was Vincent Narcisse on coverage. And tell you what, Qualls is about 6'1 or 6'2, and they haven't been able to get him the football yet. So now the Indians are going to punt it away with 4:52 remaining. And they're going to rely on their defense to get the football back. Looks like Guiley will be deep for the Red Devils. He is at about midfield, and Qualls, with no rain currently at the moment, will put this one in the air, and that will sail over the head of everybody inside the 40. So a good kick by Qualls down about the 34. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Excel Center in Richmond. It is a tuition-free public charter high school for adults. The Excel Center provides adult opportunities to earn a Core 40 high school diploma, industry-recognized certifications, and college credit at no cost. It's operated by Goodwill Education Initiatives, a nonprofit created by Goodwill of Central and Southern Indiana, and they provide free child care. For more information, contact the Excel Center in Richmond. So first down and 10 for the Red Devils at the 34-yard line. Handoff, and it'll be Wyatt, and not much there. Again, the Indians are playing the run the whole way. And there is a penalty marker down, and that's going to go against Richmond. So an illegal shift on the Red Devils. It makes you wonder that if maybe Van Vliet had hurt his hand or something here tonight. They haven't even attempted to throw the football here in the second half. And Van Vliet, fifth in the conference in many categories in the North Central Conference. Down to 4.5 minutes, and now it's going to be first down and 15. Red Devils will have to get to the 44-yard line for first down. Look at all the guys in the box now for the Indians. They're playing now 8 guys in the box. Van Vliet out of the shotgun, handoff. It'll be Wyatt again. Bounces off one of his own linemen and then to the outside is brought down by Qualls. And that's going to be out to around the 37-yard line, I believe, depending on, again, the spot of the football. Looks like it is at the 37. 4:08 to go. Take that back. 4:09 to go. Do we have another flag down? It appears that is the case. And the way the Red Devils are backing up, it's going to be on Richmond again. I don't see where the flag is. Not that it matters whether I believe there's a flag or not, but it's going to be against Richmond. What? Oh, quit it. That's not rain. 4:09 to go, and now the Red Devils faced with a first down and 20. I didn't even see where the penalty flag was, but it was on the Red Devils. Wyatt Bird, the lone setback. They're going to run that play clock down. It's at 16. Richmond trying to use as much clock as they can. Game clock now 3:52. And now Van Vliet will take the snap. Wyatt on the carry to the outside. Wyatt goes out of bounds. That's one thing he didn't want to do, is go out of bounds and stop the clock. Indians bring some size again into their lineup. Big number 78, Terry Watson, 5'9", 340 pounds. 3:41 to go. So now the Red Devils with a second down and 12. Again, they have to get to the 44 to get a first down. It has been exclusive Wyatt Bird for the Red Devils here in the second half. I would guess he's going to get it again. Yep, Wyatt on the carry, and the Indians will make the stop. Football at about the 38-yard line, and again, if his knee went down early, they'll put him at the 37, and that's going to be the case. 3:23 to go. I am not sure I have ever seen somebody carry the football this many consecutive times in a high school football game. Maybe they don't like Wyatt all of a sudden. They're just going to run him to death. Hey, Wyatt, welcome back. Guess what? You're going to get 40 carries tonight on the coldest night of the year. Under 3 minutes. The Anderson fans try to get their team into this one. Here's Wyatt again, and Wyatt's going to get the first down into Anderson territory, and that's a huge carry right there for the Red Devils. They're going to put it around the, 47 or 48-yard line. Boy, and you'd think that the Anderson Indians playing the run the way they are with 8 guys in the box, you could stop the run, but they could not, so give credit to Wyatt Bird in that offensive line. 2:34 remaining. Anderson, by the way, still with all 3 of their timeouts here in the second half, and they want to get that football back, but now the Red Devils are going to really run the clock here. Wyatt again on the carry, gets cut down quickly, coming up to make the stop, Joseph Jones. Mike Cartwright back in, 275 pounds out front. Coming out of the lineup will be Terry Watson. Watson pretty quick to the sidelines as we're down to 2 minutes. I'm surprised the Indians haven't called a timeout right here. You know, they're letting some valuable time run off the clock. By the way, that was the door again. So now the Red Devils with 1:45 to go. I would think Anderson would use all their timeouts to try to stop the clock. That's Bird to the outside. Will he stay in bounds? Yeah, smart play that time by Wyatt. He does not go out of bounds. Once he got the first down, he slid and will keep that clock running. So Wyatt gets another big first down. Still, one must wonder why the Indians haven't been using their timeouts. Both teams still with 3 timeouts remaining, but they have not used one yet, and we're down to 1:10. Odd situation for the Indians. Wyatt. It's Wyatt left, Wyatt right, and Wyatt up the middle. So now the officials will stop the play at 57.4. This is kind of confusing. I don't understand. And now Anderson calls a timeout. That made absolutely no sense whatsoever. So they'll use a timeout right here. We will take a quick timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils lead it by.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
By the way, one quick note, the Indians did beat Centerville tonight 28-27 in that contest, as here Richmond trying to hold on. Wyatt Bird gets the carry again, and Richmond may have another player down, and either way, I think the Indians did call another timeout right here. Boy, the Red Devils have had a couple of guys go down. This time is Brenton Thomas, who is down. The Indians, by the way, according to Josh Fern, who's covering the game for us tonight, Indians went for 2 and got it and win it 28-27. By the way, Lawrenceburg beat Connorsville 50-6. The Spartans will fall to 0-8 on the season. That's a team the Red Devils could play in the sectional. By the way, was there a penalty there? What did I miss? There is a penalty down, I'm sure, somewhere, because it got backed all the way up to the 45-yard line. But I did not see where that penalty was. By the way, there is cross-country sectionals tomorrow. How would you like to be running tomorrow? When the temperatures in the morning could be down into the 30s. I was trying to get an updated score on that Northeastern contest, but I don't see one lately. If we had our researcher doing what they're supposed to be doing, we'd had that score by now. But we lack a researcher. Well, however this turned out here, we are all the way back to the 45-yard line. And guess who again? Wyatt gets the call, and Anderson trying to strip the football. 45.1 seconds remaining. Anderson gets the timeout there. I'm still a little bit confused on the timeout situation where it was 2.5 minutes and Anderson just let the clock run. They should have called the timeout right there when they had an opportunity and didn't do so. And try to work your offense, get out of bounds, and use the plays to the sidelines, and they did not do so. So there you see the Red Devils trying to get out here with a win tonight. Red Devils will have, if everything turns out correctly, they'll win their second game in the NCC. That has not happened in several years. They'll have won their third game. They won 2 games last year, both games over Connorsville. This year they will have beaten Muncie Central, along with Connorsville and Anderson. Of course, Muncie Central and Anderson beat the Red Devils last year. Well, now Richmond a chance to go into that Kokomo matchup with another win as Richmond will punt the football away. Clock will run. Boy, if that one could stay inside the 5, it will not. It'll go into the end zone. So 39 seconds remaining. And the Indians will have it at the 20. Well, Anderson may look back and go, boy, I tell you what, we could have had maybe another minute on the clock right here. But we didn't call the timeout, and now Richmond's going to call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well while they discuss things. We will come back in just a moment, see if the Red Devils can wrap it up here this evening. There's your score, 21-18. Red Devils on top on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
By the way, we did get an update. Northeastern picks up the win tonight, 20-0. Their defense has played so well. So Northeastern, a huge victory on the road at Knightstown. Right here, the Red Devils, 39 seconds remaining. Ivy, the lone setback. Indians down by 3. Odds are they've got to get that thing into the end zone. I don't think their kicking is that good as MJ Armstrong now rolling out, gets hit, throws, and well short of his intended receiver in Willie Dennison. And the Red Devils continue to go right after MJ Armstrong. A little slow getting up. Blaine Pierce, one of those in there to lay the hit on Armstrong. 33.7 seconds remaining. It'll be second down and 10. They're going to have to go 80 yards here. They're going to have to find a way to get a big play. And Richmond will play 2 safeties deep just to make sure that doesn't happen. Ivy again in the backfield. Armstrong to throw, pumps, still on his feet. Here they come. Aquavian Allen brings him down. Aquavian Allen there for the Red Devils. 21 seconds remaining. The Indians have no timeouts remaining. They have to line up quickly. 14 seconds to go. And Armstrong will spike it right there. Now a flag goes down. The official right behind MJ Armstrong throwing the flag. 11.6 seconds remaining. And they're going to call that against the Indians. They're going to be back to 5 yards. They'll be called for illegal motion. I don't think everybody was set at the line of scrimmage, so that will back the Indians up. And again, 11.6 seconds to go in this one. So maybe the last play of the football game right here. They didn't move the ball anywhere, did they? Unless the Red Devils declined it right there. Here is MJ. This is the final play of the ball game. He'll throw in the air, and it's incomplete, and Richmond's going to win it here tonight. The Red Devils hold on for the victory. And Richmond very, very happy and should be for the victory here tonight as they win it 21-18. We will come back and wrap it up in a moment. This has been Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was almost too easy. How about Tony's Car Sales in Richmond? Hi, this is Troy Narangowski. You know, I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's, and I couldn't have been happier with their service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked me through the entire process. Hey, if you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West. For more information, give them a call at 962-5665 or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Well, the Red Devils pick up their 3rd win of the season. They also pick up the 2nd win in the North Central Conference. The Anderson Indians trying to win late, but the Red Devils hold on for a nice win here tonight. And so the Red Devils will go into their final game coming up next Friday night against the Kokomo Wildcats with a huge win, and they're not going to waste any time. They're going to send their guys to the locker room. I would too, because it is cold here tonight, and they're victorious and want to get home and get rested up and get ready for next week. So Richmond, huge win here tonight, and next week Kokomo, the tournament draw again coming up on Sunday night. And hopefully the Red Devils get a favorable draw in the tournament. Either way, Richmond, however you want to look at this one tonight, huge win over the Anderson Indians. Thanks for being with us. Richmond, the final score, beating Anderson 21-18. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next week right here in Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.